Okay, it's 6 o'clock. We'll get started, okay? Any questions so far? Hi, Katie, you have any question?
No.
No question. How about Eric? You have question?
No questions.
How about Grace?
No.
No question. Okay, so no question. I was actually first the exam. Okay, the AP exam is on Wednesday, so it would be AP exam. Okay, day 2022. So AP exam day will be on the Wednesday of May 4th. So it will be next Wednesday afternoon. Okay. So if you have in the morning has an exam on APD, okay, this will be very heavy, okay, it will be very heavy. But if you don't have the AP lead, okay, so then I would suggest you to take the whole day off, and then go to your test center before exam gets started, okay. So very likely your test center, no matter is Mission San Jose or Palo High, is the same. It said at 12 o'clock p.m. you get started, but usually it will not, okay, because the morning APD may take longer. So some students may arrive 12:30, okay. So usually the exam may start 12:30 or even 1 o'clock, okay, to start the exam. So that's assume that actually exam start on 1 o'clock. So 1 o'clock, you start to do multiple choice. And then it takes 1.5 hours, so you will finish on 2:30, okay? So that is the multiple choice. Then you have 30 minutes break, so it will break until 3 p.m. Okay, there will be a 30-minute break or break, okay? So during the break, please bring snack and bottle of water if you have, okay? Snack, usually I suggest some candy is good in this situation, okay? Don't eat too much. Don't get out on the campus. Try to stay in your test center, but usually some chocolate or some snack, some power bar would be good, okay? And then actually 3 to 4:30, usually you finish the FRQ. So usually when student is ready for pickup, maybe it's already after 4:30. Okay, usually it's after 4:30. Based on my experience, usually after 4:30. Very rarely that your parent can pick you up before 4 o'clock. Okay, very few occasion you can actually finish the exam before that. Okay, so usually it's somewhere around 4:15, 4:30, or even 5 o'clock to finish that. Okay, so these are the time about the time. These are about the exam time. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? No, no question. Okay, so if you have taken some AP before, you may know it. Okay, in case that you haven't, this is what it will happen. Okay, so that's the first thing I would like to announce. Second one. Okay, second one. Let me actually talk about second one. So second one is second one is actually we do not have any course anymore. Today is the last session. Okay, but usually the night before the AP exam, I will hold the night before AP exam, okay? So you are welcome to join us if you like, okay? And this one actually is 8 p.m., okay, 8 p.m. So how to get this, okay? I would post the meeting code and link, okay, to the chat box over here, okay? So please, if you need it, you can download to join us, okay? This one is free, nothing to do with IB Max, okay? This is my personal one. And usually the night before it, if you want to review it, actually you can actually join us, okay? So what I will do is usually I'll go over my own extra slices that actually only for one time only, okay? I will go over this slides called the night before AP exam. It's roughly about 1 hour, 2 hour less, okay? So we will review some basic concept before the exam day, okay? Any question? Okay, and you can also ask question if you have, if you are actually before it, okay? So that is what I will do on Tuesday night, 8 p.m., okay? You are welcome to join. And nothing to do with IB Max. This one is the extra session and free. I don't charge any student for it, okay? So that's that. And what we will do today is that we finish all the review, okay? And what we would like to do today is we will work on the AP ComSci free response question 2021, okay, 2021. So basically, this one is a real problem that tested last year. So it's the format that closest to us, okay? So please download it. I already included in the chat box, okay? I already actually put it over here. I already put it over here, so you can actually download it. If you look at the chat box, okay? There's AP 2021. So this one, we would work on this one as a mock test today, okay? That's what we will do right now. So right now, our time is 4:06, okay? So we will start 4:00. Let's actually have 20 minutes to work on this one, okay? The problem one. So let's work on the problem one, and then let's have 20 minutes. So please work on it. And after you finish, please send your text file or your writing file. You can use a pencil and paper, write it down, and then take a picture and send to the chat box, okay? Or you submit by using text file as welcome, okay? So right now it's 6:08, okay? Actually it's 6:07, but let's assume that we start 6:08 in 20 minutes. So I review it on actually 6:28, okay? Is that okay? Work on this problem one. Please download it and work on it, okay? So work on this problem one. We'll get started, give you 20 minutes for it. The real exam, you have 4 problems and then 90 minutes. So each problem you will have 22.5 minutes. But today let's use 20 minutes for each problem, okay? And this one is the real problem that you will take in the AP exam, okay? So it's very similar to the real problem you will face on Wednesday, okay? Any question?
So what do you want us to do with the link you sent in chat, like the Zoom link?
So please download the file and work on it, please.
You sent a Zoom link though. You sent a Zoom link.
Above it,
Oh, I don't see anything above it.
there's a PDF file. Okay, you may log in later, okay? So let me post it one more time.
I have a
Thank you.
question.
Yes?
We're allowed to use an IDE for this, right? For this practice.
For this practice, you want to use IDE. I don't suggest you IDE. You use an editor. You should mimic it like it should simulate the environment that you are in the exam. In the exam, you actually even not using any editor. You should use a paper and pencil, right? Anybody taking digital exam today this year? No, right? Everybody's on site this year. So because your exam, if you are on site paper test, you should it's actually recommended to submit the handwriting is the best. Okay, so you can use a 3-hole paper, write it down on paper, and then take a picture using iPhone. Take picture to send it. That actually is fine for me. Okay. Or if you use you prefer to use editor, Notepad Double Plus is okay, but try not to use IDE. Okay, use IDE unless you have nothing to use. Otherwise, I don't suggest it because you don't need to have the grammar checker, right? You are trying to simulate the real exam situation. Okay. Any more question?
What was the Zoom link for? What is the Zoom link for?
what is a room link? Room link is actually for Wednesday. I have one session on my own. Okay, nothing to do with IBMAC. I will review the AP exam on Tuesday night, the night before AP exam.
Yeah, okay.
So please on time, okay? I announced this since we get started on 3 o'clock, but some of you come in really late, so you might miss it, but we do announce it already. Any more questions? Okay, Eric, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Get started, okay? How about Grace? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. How about Henry? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Get started, okay? I'm actually 6:28, okay? Due on 6:28. How about William? Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay, get started. Today we do practice, okay? And I will review it after you submit it, okay? Okay, time's up, okay? Please submit to my email or post on the chat box, okay? Both welcome. Okay, let's look at this problem, okay? This one actually, the question is to involve a word match class which store a secret string and provide method that compare string to the secret string, okay? You'll write 2 methods in this class, okay? So this is a secret string. There would be a string of the word that would actually make it, okay? So this one with given string of lower cases, okay? So there's a word you kind of need to construct it, okay? So look like this one is going to be assigned to the secret, okay? So then that, okay? So then you have a guess string. So guess string, you will get some score based on a certain way. So the guess score, there's a table on here, okay? So basically, actually, value of the guess, okay? If you have a Mississippi, your guess score will be 4 because you have this one. You have 4 guess. 4 of the letters, okay? So totally you get 4 on the I, okay? And then for ISS, if you enter ISS, then you will have 2 of the ISS, each one of them 3. So actually this one, the score is the number of the occurrence of the pattern times the length, okay? Okay, times the length square, okay, that's that. So if you actually have this ICP, it will be 36, okay? And the whole word Mississippi, you get 121. So that's the way you do it, okay? So here, the equation is pretty simple, okay? The length of the guess is that's the standard equal to that's a secret, okay? So you will do that, okay? So this one, you will go through the whole string to match it, okay? You will go through the whole string to match it, and then you would like to find the number of occurrence of the pattern, okay? Let's assume that this answer, the occurrence case may overlap. So here is say may overlap, okay? May overlap with secret, okay? May overlap with secret. So that actually, for example, if your pattern is I, but your word is, let's assume that your pattern is XX, okay? And your secret word is XXXX, okay? So this one actually should be 1, 2, 3. So this one should be 3 occurrence instead of 1 occurrence, okay? Instead of 1 occurrence. So this is the part A, okay? So part A, not really hard, okay? So that's actually, let me use editor to sub it, okay? Since I'm trying to explain it. So let me bring up my Notepad Plus editor, okay? Don't use, okay, don't use IDE, okay? IDE actually, you will have the syntax, okay? So right here, we get started for the function, okay? So here, this problem is called, so usually you need to try to write, okay? So let me copy the name of the function. So this one is called public, okay? Integer score, guess, string, guess, okay? So this is a secret word. It's a secret word and you try to guess it, okay? So here we would use integer position equals, okay, the original string is called a secret, okay? So it will be equals a secret. Okay, the index, you use the index of will be okay. So index of the guess, okay, you try to find it, okay? You try to find it, and then while, okay, POS greater equals 0. That means that you find it, okay? You do the following, but you need to use the counter. So there's a counter of occurrence equals 0. So you find it, counter will increase, okay? And then after that, you should move on to the next one. So your POS should be equals your secret, okay? That index of, okay, here you should have your guess and then your POS +1 because you are going to allow the overlap. Allowing the overlap is +1, okay? If you do not allow overlap, you use a guess length, okay? But here you allow overlap, so you have that. So now you have the C, that the number of occurrence. So you will do this one. You actually will, based on the problem is the number of occurrence times the length, okay? So let's go back to the score, okay? Go back to the score equation. The score equation is the number of the string occurrence times the length square, okay? So here let's do integer len equals guess that length, okay? And then you will return, okay, C times len times len, okay, that's it. Any question? Okay, any question?
I have a question for this one.
Mm-hmm.
So in my solution, I did it a little bit differently, so I'm not sure if it's correct.
I'll grade it after you guys working on problem 2. Is that okay?
Yeah, okay.
Just send, okay? I'm showing you my way of solving it, okay? And I am discussing this one in the class. So basically try to give you the idea of how you can solve it, okay? I started from scratch. I do not look at my past solution because I want you to know that how I think, okay, how I think and how I organize the problem. Okay, so this is the problem one. Problem one, you actually do find a pattern, right? I almost write the same thing. Here I use guess tendence, but I can set a different integer. Is okay? So that's a part A. Let's look at part B, okay? Any question about part A? So this one, finding the pattern, we actually practice many times, okay? In the exam, we actually, the review, we practice many times. Okay, part B, okay, part B, let's look at it. The part B. Okay, part B here, let's see. Part B, write a word match method called find better guess. Okay, so you have guess A, guess one, and guess two. Okay, so two guess. Score guess method will return different value for guess one and guess two. Okay, the guess has a higher score will be returned. If the guess score method return the same value for this one, then alphabetical greater success guess will be returned. So bigger alphabetical number will be returned. So here let's see. When it has type CON and CAT, okay, CON and CAT, and you will return CON because all greater than A. Okay, so compare function is needed. So let's do this one. Okay, let's do this one. So that's problem 2. Okay, so problem 2, this one, let me see. This one is called string find better guess. Okay, so let me actually minimize the box. Okay, I just want to copy the function name. So let me actually work on this way. Okay, so here this one is public. Okay, string. Okay, find better guess. Okay, string guess 1 and string guess 2. Okay, something like this. So I have a guess 1 and guess 2. Okay, so I need to calculate my guess number. So here I'm going to copy this one over. Okay, in the exam you cannot copy, you have to write it. Okay, so here since I'm actually reviewing, so I can just copy it. Okay, so copy it. I should have an integer of G1 equals this. Okay, so guess 1, I get a guess 1 number. Okay, and then actually integer. Okay, G2 actually equals score. Okay, guess. Okay, guess 2. Okay, so this one G1 and G2. So if G1 greater than G2, okay, then I'll return what? I'll return my guess 1. If actually G2 greater than G1, then I'll return my guess 2. Okay, so here, okay, next one, you actually if they are tied, you depend on their comparison. So here, if actually G1 actually your guess 1 to compare to, okay, your guess 2, okay, greater equals, okay, greater than 0. Okay, let's see if alphabetically you also type. Alphabetically also type, they are same string, so it doesn't matter which one you return. So this one we will return guess 1, okay, and otherwise we return guess 2. Okay, that's it. Okay, so you see, if you really know how to solve it, the problem, you can write it maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes, you can finish that. Okay, any question on part 2, part B? Any question? Please submit your answer. Okay, if you already submit, please submit. I'll grade them during the break. Okay, so basically from the email I received 4 students submit. Okay, from Chatbox I get 1, so actually I get 5 students submit. Okay, okay, good, thank you. But if you do not want to practice I suggest you don't save your time. You have no need to participate in this session. Okay, we actually welcome people who actually would like to practice. Okay, because otherwise you are wasting your own time. I don't need you to waste your time. Okay. So let me save it. Okay, let me save it. I'm going to give you the answer. Okay, my answer. If you don't want to participate, it's okay. We are fine. Okay. Okay, 2021 Q1. Let me actually look at my slides to see if I miss something. Okay. So part B, you do 2. Okay. Here actually you have a G1, you get 2 score. Okay. Okay, this one the same. Actually, I use the same solution. Okay. So this one I'm going to send you this solution to checkbox. Please download it. Okay. Please download them. Okay, we are going to move on to problem 2. Okay. And partial result is okay. I don't need you to be perfect. Okay, I don't need you to be perfect. We are reviewing, so try to be the same as your real exam situation. Okay, so now we work on the problem 2. Okay, so problem 2, there is a class single table. Okay, so this one, let's work on this one. Let me see. Okay, let me see problem 2. Okay, so problem 2 here. Okay, so this problem 2, right? At this moment, it actually is 6:42. Okay, so that's actually starting from 6:43 p.m. and then 20 minutes. So it would be 6:03 p.m. Okay, 20 minutes. Okay. Please submit it before it. Okay, I'm going to grade it. Grade your homework. Okay, grade your problem 1. So I'm going to actually keep my screen as graded. Okay, because I'm grading other students' code. Okay. Okay, one problem at a time, okay? Do not submit two problems in one file. I don't grade the second part, okay? Whoever submit two things in one file, I will not grade it, okay? You just submit each question at a time, following our schedule, okay? I don't need you to rush to answer two part, okay, in one file. So if you finish the problem one and you send two problem or more, please resend it in your Q2, okay? Okay, time's up, please submit it, okay? We will work on this problem two. There's a combined table, some function, okay? So here, okay, this one, the description for the problem is really long. Please submit your answer, okay? This one, the description is pretty long. It's a single table. There's a number of seed, get height, get quality, view quality, and then set view quality, okay? So this one happen pretty often that you go to a restaurant, okay? And then originally you have table of a few seats, right? And then you may have 6 people, but you actually would actually merge the table. So you merge the table, it may become something like this. Okay. So you lose one seat, but you can sit 6 people instead of 8 originally. Okay. So this one is that. So single table, you can have the get number of seat. You can get height. Okay. Get height is the height actually. The table's height, and the other table may be lower, okay? So the get height, and there is also a get quality, okay? And then there's a view quality. So now we have that. Then you need to create a new class called combined table. So combined table is a new class, okay? That represent the result of combining 2 tables together, okay? So combining 2 tables together, it can see the number of customers is 2 fewer than the total number of seats in the 2 table, okay? Because you merge the 2 tables. And combined table has the desired desirability depending on the view and the height of the 2 tables. If the table of a combined table object are of the same height, and the desirability of the compatible object is the average of the view quality of the 2, okay? So here you have a function called desirability, okay? So the 2 people of the compatible are of the same height, and the of the okay, it's the average of the view quality of the two. Okay, if the table is not of the same type, then the derivability of the object is 10 units less than the average of the two tables. So remember, your view quality is double. Okay, it's double. So basically, you can get the view quality and you can check it. Okay, so this one not really hard. You actually need to actually create a class. Okay, so that's problem 2. So this one is writing a class design. Okay, writing a class design. So let's look into more carefully. So combine table, you can accept 2 tables. Okay, accept 2 tables. So here combine table, merge 2 tables together. So there are 2 single table object. Okay, and then there's a seat, number of seat. Okay. Okay, so here you will have a constructor that take 2 tables each. Okay, and then you need to build a constructor and a data field, and then there is a derivability function. Okay, so of the combined table, there is a derivability function. So let's look at more carefully. So if there is a get derivability value. Okay, so single table T1, T2. T3 being created, okay, something like that. So you have constructor, okay, and then okay, whatever. Okay, so here, okay, so here we know that the combined table class. Okay, so let's work on this one. Let's work on this one. Let me actually again bring up my Notepad double class. Okay, so this one's a Q2. Q2 is a class building problem. Okay, it's a class building problem. And then you need to build a class. Okay, so this class is called combined table. Okay, so if you write a public class, like okay, it's private, no private class, but public, okay, and you directly write class is also okay. Okay, so this one there's no difference. You write a public class or not a public class. So right here, let me use a public class. Okay, and this class name is called combined table. Okay, so combine the table. So combine table, you create the curly brace. Okay, right away. You create a curly brace right away. So you have the 2 table. Okay, you need to take the 2 table in. So that's assume that you actually have 2 tables. So you have single. Okay, single table T1 and then T2, 2 tables. Okay, so you have a combined table, and then you take actually T1. Okay, actually I'm sorry, single table T1 and the single table T2. Okay, take these 2 tables together and you need to use this T1. Okay, these 2 variable name is the same, so you need to use this stat. Okay, equal T1, and here we have this T2 equals T2. Okay, so this one is the constructor. Of the constructor, we may, okay, I don't see other function. Okay, I only see there is, okay, the number of seats that can be seen is 2 fewer. Okay, so here we have this one, and then okay, so combined table. Okay, combined table. So let's look at it. Combined table. Okay, so combined table actually there's a conceit function you need to work on. Okay, so here we have public. Okay, integer. Okay, conceit. Okay, conceit function. Okay, the conceit function. Conceit function. Okay, this conceit function will return table 1 that get a number. Okay, so table 1 need to get the number of seats. It's get num seats. Okay, so table 1 get num seats plus table 2 that get num6. And then this one you need to minus 2, and then you need to return the whole thing. Okay, you need to return the whole thing. Okay, so that's a conceive function. Okay, that's actually conceive function. So here number of a table, that's the conceive function. So here I do see the conceive function, and then a combined table I have conceive set. Okay. I do not see the other function. So there's another one called get a derivable quality. Okay, so public. Okay, okay. This one is the double. Okay, get the desirability. Okay, it actually called desirability. Any question?
Yeah. Recall conceit is a Boolean method. It's not integer. You.
Oh, okay, okay. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Conceit is a Boolean value. Okay, so let's do this one. Okay. So Boolean. Okay, I'm sorry. I did not write it. Okay, so right here you would take the number. So 18. Okay, so you take the integer n18. So it actually should be taking this one and this number greater equal to n. Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So we get this one. Okay. I did not look at the problem. Okay. I do not see the conceit function. Okay. Usually they will give us the function description. Okay. Usually they give us the function description of what need to be done. Okay. So here it doesn't have that. Okay. Okay, whatever. Then we have this get a derivability problem. This one, we need to check the height is the same or not. Okay. So first one is actually if, okay, table one that get, we need to get height. Okay. Get height. Get height, the height actually is an integer. So we can do comparison. Okay. So it is, we work on exceptional case first, okay? Okay, so this one is not equal, okay? Let's see, okay. So here let's do this one. We actually have the average of the two score, okay? So we would like to have the average of the two score, okay? So let's actually do this one. Let's actually do this one. Let's have tuple, okay, and then h1 equals t1 that get height, okay, and then tuple, okay, h2 equals t2 that get height, okay. So this one we actually calculate it only once, okay. So if the two actually h1 equals h2, okay, in that case we return, okay, it's an average. So we do h1 plus h2. I'm sorry. We should do get a t1 that get, it's called view quality, right? It should be called view quality. Okay, it actually is called get view quality, okay. So the derivability is average of the view quality of the two single table, okay. So here we get view quality, okay, return view quality plus T2 that get view quality. Okay, this whole thing we divide by 2.0, okay. To be safe, because we tried use 2, it may not convert it to double. So to be safe, we do write this one, okay. Otherwise, if it's not this, okay, we will actually calculate the average, but we will actually deduct by 10 units of 10.0, okay. So this one is hourglass 2. Let me actually put it over here. This one's Q2, okay? Okay, that's a Q2. That's the problem 2, okay? Let me go through my slices. So the function you set two table to, you can see, yeah, you need to compare and actually greater equals 2, okay? And then if the height the same, you divide by that, otherwise you actually divide by, and okay, this is the class we need, okay? Any questions so far? So this, I try to show you the way that I think in the exam, okay? Any questions so far? Okay, so if no question, let's do this, okay? Right now, it actually is, right now it's 7:17, okay? So let's have 5 minutes break. We'll come back to work on the problem 3, okay? So come back on 7:25 p.m., okay? Give you some break. We'll work on Q3, okay? Okay, we are back. Okay, so let's work on the problem 3. Okay, right now it's 7:25, and we are working on problem 3. Okay, and while you working on the problem 3, I'm going to grade you a problem 2. Okay, so problem 3, like this one, I'll give you 25 minutes because the first 2 problems I limit you to be 20 minutes. So this one problem 25 minutes. So let's go to 7:50. Okay. 7:50 p.m. So work on this one, okay? And while you are working on it, I will grade it, okay? Grade your problem. So this one, okay, working on P3, okay? And send to my email address if you like. Okay, and I'm good doing grading, okay? Try to be on time, okay? Because we are the last class, but try to be on time. Actually, today I just sent this PDF 4 or 5 times, okay? It doesn't make sense. Try to be on time. No matter which teacher's class, try to be on time. Yes.
Can I ask a question about 3B?
Yes.
So because the return type is array list member info, how do I return? Like, do I return like the wait, like, yeah, how do I return it? Because if I'm returning the array list, it doesn't actually like show the information. So
This one, okay, we will review, okay? This one, today we are simulated test. So,
Alright.
okay, we don't the return type, you return array list. So some people may not return it that way, right? So
Yeah, can I do like a loop to like return the value, like the name and the year and the thing?
you may go into the wrong direction.
It tells you, yeah, it tells you to return those.
Yeah.
How do you
So
return those when the return type's an array list?
array list, you must return some sort of a class or object.
Well, I have to return the array list. And I have to return an object of the type of the array list member info, right?
Either array list of certain class or object type.
Yeah, wait,
Yeah.
go up. Yeah, right here.
So you return this type, yeah, return the data of this type.
But if I turn the array list object, it doesn't show the information, right? Like it doesn't show the content inside of it.
It will.
Oh,
You
if
have
I
to
do,
you have to organize it in a way that it will show you it. So the problem is no problem. And how to put the member info into there, that's your job, okay?
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll review it later.
Can I have like multiple return statements, or like after it returns once, does the method just end?
There is no such thing as multiple return statement. Yeah, you can put it in different location, okay?
Yeah, but I can't put it in the same one, right? Like in the same, like if
I don't
statement.
know. I don't know. You should be able to do that. Okay, you should be able to do that. If you want me to explain discuss the problem, you don't understand the problem, I may explain. But in terms of technical problem, how to code it, that's your job. We are in the simulated test session. Okay. So I may answer you later because we will discuss it. Okay, if you submit the answer late, okay, I'm not going to grade it, okay? I'm not going to grade it if you submit late. I'm not
Are
going
you
to
talking
grade.
about me?
I'm not talking about you.
Oh, okay. Because I just submitted my 1 and 2 because I thought we are gonna work on it for a whole 1 hour, 30 minutes. And then I opened Zoom and you're correcting the answers. So I just,
This is not acceptable. We have been discussing for almost more than 1 hour.
but you said that we had 1 hour, 30 minutes to work on it. So I like muted the
Who
class.
said that? Who said that?
Oh, I thought you said that at the beginning.
You are not with this class from the beginning. We have been setting certain time. We have been time everybody for 3 problems now.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So
Well,
apparently you are away somewhere.
yeah, I muted the
Okay.
class. I was working.
Okay. You are not only muted, you're actually not listening.
Yeah, because it was
Yeah.
muted. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, well, can you still grade my problem 1 and 2?
Okay, I will, but this is actually not really not the way we would like to work. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, time's up. Okay, this is 7:50. Time's up. Okay. We try to have the simulated test. Okay, so we need to keep the time. Sorry for that. Okay, we need to keep the time. We actually want you to be in similar situation like in the exam, and we chop it in 2 different times, so it's better managed. Okay, so Q3. Okay, we are going to work on the Q3. Okay, we are going to work on the Q3. So please submit your information. Okay, so here we will work on the Q3. So Q3 actually is, let's look at the problem. Okay, so here Q3, you have some information called member information. Okay, member information, you have the name, graduate year, and then has good standing. 3 data being fed into your member info. Okay, and then you can get graduate year. You can check if in good standing. Okay, so there are some function, and they have a club member, and club member you have a release of member information for the member. So each member will go there. So you the constructor for the member, it will have the name. Okay, I'm sorry, it's missing. Constructor is missing, but you can add member of certain people when the whole year graduate. You will actually have a name, okay? And then has good standing, okay? Has good standing need to be determined, okay? So here is Alumni Club, okay? It's Alumni Club. So basically, here, okay? You will put the name and then graduation year to as a student info, okay? Now there's a problem of how to create the so-called is good standing, okay? It's good standing. Basically, you have basically it is using member info, and then there's a variable called has good standing. You need to have it. Okay, so you need to check what condition you get the good standing. Okay, so write the club members and 8 members to take 2 parameters. The first parameter is a string containing the name of the club member to be added. Second would be the graduation year. Okay, the measure to member. Okay, this is instance. Okay, the name added in any order. Okay, all members are initially good standing. So all members are initially good standing. So remember that. Okay, so you need to have a name, year, and initially everybody good standing. So you use that to call the constructor. Okay, that would be fine. So this one, let's actually work on it. Okay, so Q3. Okay, let me save us. So this one is actually, let me save us. Okay. So let me save us. Okay, this one I'm going to use it as CPQ3.java. Okay. Okay, I'm saving as CPQ3.java. So now I'm going to look at the function name. Okay, so function name right here, it actually is called part A. Okay, I'm sorry. Part A actually is 8 members. Okay, part A is 8 members. 8 member, let's actually type it. Okay, so we have the public. Okay, void. Okay, 8 members. Okay, and then you have string. Okay, and then their names. Okay, and then integer. Okay, graduation year. So every year they have a batch process that is. Okay, so let's do this one. We had an array list. Okay, so the array list, let's go back. Go back here, the club. Okay, the club has a member list. So a member list actually there's a constructor. So we are assuming that the member is already there. So we will add since to a member list. So here adding. Okay, so this one we can use a for each loop. It will be easier. So for each member, okay, info. Okay, info. I'm sorry. Actually, it should be a. Let me see. It's not. Actually, it's called string. Okay, so it is string. Okay, it's an array, but we use a string s, okay, string s from the so-called names, okay, names. And then we get the every string from the names. And then here we will do, okay, the member list that add, we add, okay, this one we can directly add in using the new member info. Okay, we can directly use edit this one. And then we have the S is a string, okay, graduation year, okay. And then this one boolean value is putting true to it, okay. That's it. This one edit member, I think is pretty easy, okay. This should solve the problem, okay. Puppy, okay, puppy, let's continue. So this one, everybody same year, same standing, different name, okay. So for each loop is good enough. So next one actually is called a remove, okay, remove member. Remove member, remember this one is going to remove something from array list. So you better use a backward removal, okay, or you remove from and do not. You have to take care of the advancement of the index, okay. So these two things you need to handle it correctly, okay. So what we will do is return the list of the students who graduate and are in good standing, okay. A member who graduate, if the graduation year is less than or equal to the master's year parameter, okay. So here we have 2018, okay, 2018, and then what? And then okay, so we call the actually before, okay. So actually a member has graduated, okay, if the graduation is less than or equal to the master's parameter year. So actually say 2018, then this anybody graduate before the 2018 is considered to be too old, okay. So if no member meet that criteria, so we will return all students have graduated and in good standing, okay. And then a member has graduated, if the member graduation year is less than or equal to the master, okay. So 2018, you have to graduate before that. So this portion has graduated. So you must find the people who already graduated and had good standing, okay. These two criteria. And remove those have graduated, no matter it actually is good standing or not, okay. So during the process, you also will remove the one who already graduated. So here, this one graduated, okay. This one graduated, you'll remove it, okay. So you'll remove that, and you will return those one who already graduated in good standing. So only this one is graduated and also good standing, okay. And after the removal, you have these two left, okay. So there are two tasks you will work on, okay. So you will return something that actually is in good standing and also has already graduated, okay. So the year should be the same or equal to this year that you will go for it, okay. So this one is you will go through the every element, okay, and then you will check it, okay, see if you will remove some of the elements, okay, and also return the one that fall in the good standing. So this one is actually still not that hard, but you must know about how to handle the advancement of the index, okay. You can also use a backward traversal if you like, okay. If you like, you can also use a backward traversal. Let me see. Is there a function? Okay, yes, there's a function description, okay. So we are going to write this one called remove, okay, remove information. So let's do this one, okay. We actually, let me minimize the window. So let's put it over here. So we are going to copy the function name over here. Okay, so the function name is public, okay, array list of member info. Okay. And then we will remove members. Okay. And integer year. Okay. So first one, let's actually remove the member that actually is had already graduated, no matter how good they are. Okay, we don't care. So let's do this one. This one I'm going to use an integer. Okay, I equals 0, and use a while loop. Okay, use a while loop. So while actually is member. Okay, let's do I less than. Okay, member list. Okay, plus size. Well, this one we'll do this. Okay. So here we will do, okay, we will check if we want to remove or not, okay? So we will do this one if actually, so here we would have a member info. Because member info M equals member list that get I, we get the I's information, okay? So here if the member that, okay, this one, it actually club member info had a get graduation year. Okay, so get grade year. Okay, if this year actually is less than or equal to the year, this one are 20. 20, we will remove it. Okay, we will remove it. In this case, we will remove it. We will remove it. So here we will have a member that info member list that remove. Okay. Then remove current I. Okay, we'll remove current I. Otherwise we will advance our index. Okay, this one if you do forward traversal. Okay, this version is forward traversal. Okay, in forward traversal you need to advance your index only when there's no removal. Okay, otherwise you need to repeat the index. Okay. Okay, so this one we actually get the member info, but we actually remove the one actually 20, we will get them out. Okay. So we will also create a array list, and that is the good standing and have already graduated. So let's actually do this one. Okay, so this one we will have this one. We will have array list. Okay, of the member info. Okay, so this one is actually R, is a return list. Okay, so let's call it R list equals new array list of the member info. Okay, so this one we create like that. Okay, we create something like that. So if the graduation year is actually okay, okay, we had the M already. Okay, we had the M. And then we will also check, okay, if actually M that gets standing, okay. So M that is good standing, already graduated, okay, already graduated, and also has a good standing, okay. In this case, my artist will add the M into there, and eventually we will return M, okay. Any question? This one is a forward traversal, okay? Part B is a forward traversal. Okay, let's do a backward traversal. If we use a backward traversal, okay? We want to backward traversal, because delete from the array list sometimes is actually dangerous, okay? If you do not handle the advancement of the index correctly, you may be in trouble. So this one the same, okay. This one I'm not going to use I, okay. I don't need to use I will use a for loop, okay. So for loop. So I do for, okay, integer I equals member list size, okay, -1, okay, and then I greater equals 0, and then I decrease, okay. So this one do the same thing, but we do this one. So here I do not advance the index, but instead, okay, I'm sorry. I do not instead index. So here I get the info, and then if good standing, I will do that. Okay, I'm sorry. This one actually I need to. Okay, this is okay. This is okay. Okay, do backward traversal if the year less than equal to the year, it means that you will graduate. Okay, and with good standing, we add it to the R list. Okay, so this one is backward traversal. Any questions so far? Okay, so let's look at question 3. Okay.
Oh, actually, sorry, one question, if that's okay.
Mhm.
So when referring to the array list being called on, I see you've just used member list explicitly in part B. Is that I used just the keyword this instead. Is that okay?
Member list that size. You use list.
This, yeah, this keyword.
This keyword is not okay. It actually is a data field given here.
Oh.
It's actually the data structure you have for a club member. So this is not okay.
So okay, so we know it's just explicitly going to be used on this, so we can use
This one is the data you maintain, so you cannot use other things. Is that okay?
Okay, yeah.
You cannot. Sorry for that. Okay. So part A, we do not look at this one, but it's quite simple. Okay, for each look. Part B, actually, you do this one. Okay, this one is remove it. Okay, you add the remove element. Okay, this one actually. Okay, but my new version actually is better. Okay, it's actually even shorter. Okay, so let's see. This one's part B. Let me see if there's a part C. Okay. Oh, there's no part C, so we are done. Any question? Okay, so this one's part B. Okay, this one is part B. So let me post my part B. This one is different problem so far. Okay, some of you come in late, so let me actually upload my O3 solution to you. Okay. O3 solution to you. I'm going to grade you during you while you are working on problem 4. Okay. Okay, so these are 3 problem solution. Okay, so now we work on the problem 4. Okay, problem 4 again. I'll give you 25 minutes because 3 and 4 usually is bigger. Okay, so at this moment it's A07. So let's go to A07. Let's consider. Let's look. Use AOA. Okay, AOA plus 25. So it would be A33. Okay. So stop at A33. Okay, please submit it. Okay, I'm going to work on it. Okay, so this one problem 4. Okay, work on problem 4. So do P4. Okay, send to my email here. Okay. Okay, so it would be up to 8:33 p.m. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to grade on the problem you have. Okay. So I'm going to do grading right now. Okay, time's up. Please submit. Okay. Thank you. Thank you to going through this practice. Okay, and I try my best to help you to go through the exam to get used to it. Okay. So let's start to review it. Okay. Please submit it. Okay. So this one is a two-dimensional array problem. It actually is the problem 4. Okay. It's called array resizer. Okay. So part A is to check if a certain row is all non-zero. Okay. All non-zero. Part B actually is to do resize to kick out of the row that actually may have 0. Okay. Kick out the row that actually may have 0. Well, sorry, it actually will return the new two-dimensional array. So you cannot use the older one. Okay. So basically right here you have a array that is, okay. So this one actually is non-zero row. You check the row 2 will be false. Okay. And then row 1 has 1 0. So it actually is also not all non-zero. Okay, it's all not all non-zero. Okay, so this one is to first one, part 1 is like this. Okay, so you get a certain row. Okay, return true if and only if every value is actually non-zero. Okay, so this one is actually, it is not hard. Okay, check every single element in the row should be okay. So that's actually create a new one. Okay, this one I'm going to save as. Okay, so here let me save as. Okay, I'm going to save it as Q4. Okay, Q4 session. Let me minimize the box. I'm going to copy the function name to here. Okay, so the function name is a Boolean function. Okay, so it's public. Okay, this one is a static function. Okay, static Boolean. Okay, is non-zero row. Okay, and then integer array, two-dimensional array 2D. Okay, integer R. Okay, you check if the row actually is non-zero. So we should do this one. It's actually easier. We do integer array row equals arrays 2D, okay, 2D and a row, okay, and the row given. So here you might want to check if the row is valid. Okay, so if actually R less than 0, okay, or R greater equals arrays 2D dot length. Okay, in this case, you will return false. Okay, so that row is not existing. But anyway, here, this one is extra. Okay, I think this one is redundant. You may or may not need it. So here, let me comment it out. Okay, you may or may not need it. So then now you have a row, and then here you say for, okay, actually integer, okay, x in the row. Okay, and you do this one. You do if x equals 0, okay, then you return false. Okay, otherwise you return true. So this one is pretty simple. Okay, so if we do not actually check the length of the matrix to make sure we do have that row, actually this one is pretty simple. Okay, so that's a part A. Let's look at part B. Okay, part B I think is also very easy. Okay, part B I think is also very. This one probably is the easiest one in this whole set. Okay. So part B actually is, okay, you have this one and you will you'll create a new smaller matrix, okay? So you will go through row by row, okay? And then if actually it is a non-zero row, okay? And then you will remove it. Okay, you must use the number of the non-zero row and then also use the non-zero row. Okay, so you must use both, okay, to get the full credit, okay? That's required. So here you have non-zero row, it will return what you will actually return, contain the old non-zero row, the number of row, okay? You will return the number of row that has the old non-zero elements. So this one pretty simple, even given that, okay? It is pretty simple here, okay? So let me actually copy the function name. So it's a resize. It's a static function resize, okay? So let's put it here, okay? Let's put it here. I'm going to copy the name first. So I'm going to copy it down later, okay? So probably, okay, static, okay, integer array, 2-dimensional array resize, okay? You get the integer array, 2-dimensional array, okay, arrays, 2D, okay, 2D. We finish that, okay? So this one, I'm going to cut it. Okay, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to paste it at the end of the test, okay? So that is. So now, first one, you need to know about how many non-zero row, okay? So here you will create, okay, integer, new array, okay? Let's call it return, okay? Return metric, okay? Return metric will be new, okay? Integer, how many row you have? Okay, you will have arrays 2D, okay? So, okay, so this here, okay? So here the function will give you the number of non-zero rows, okay? So that function you can call, okay? It's going to call number of non-zero row, okay? So here it should be number of non-zero rows, okay? That's a function, right? That actually is a function. And you should call this one on the 2-dimensional array, okay? Call this one on the 2-dimensional array. You get a number for the number of the rows. Okay, you get a number for the number of rows, non-zero rows. So there's no off, okay? Non-zero rows, okay? That's the number of rows you have, okay? And for each row, you use arrays 2D, okay, 0, the length, okay? That's the number of the column you have, okay? Okay, so this is why you create a new array, okay? You actually create something like this, okay? So that actually is, okay, it actually is a new 2-dimensional array, okay? New 2-dimensional array, that is, okay? Okay, so this one you create a new 2-dimensional array, and then you will go through each row. So for each integer, okay, row from the array, this 2D, okay. So we are going to create this one there, okay. So here we actually would check if it's, so if the row, okay, so this function is actually row, okay. So there's a R needed, so using this one is not helping. So that's using integer R equals 0, okay. And then R less than actually arrays 2D length, okay, and then R increase, okay. So here we call this function is non-zero row, okay. Okay, if non-zero row, we'll put it over here, okay. And the 2D and R, we call it, okay, if it's non-zero row, okay, then we are going to add it into our return array here, okay? So this one, because there are certain non-zero row, we need to get rid of it. So here we need to have a running index pointer P, okay, equals 0, okay? So here your R matrix P plus plus will be equals, okay, array 2D's R, okay, you create that, okay. So this one is a simple way to create it, but somehow because we are going to create a new array, okay. So at the very end, you return R, this actually is okay, but this one actually the array will be shared by the two matrix, okay. So that's assume that this sharing is not allowed. Let's assume that this sharing is not allowed. So let's put the P++ at the very end, okay? So we will create a, this one actually, it is actually a new array, okay? So R, okay, let me see. This one, don't call it R, let's call it R matrix, okay? So RM, R matrix. So this R matrix will be equals new, okay, integer, okay? Array, and the size is this long, okay? Size is this long. This is the size of that array, okay? Okay, previous one I'm trying to create something that has shared element, okay? So this one is assume that the sharing of the element is not allowed, okay? So here for each integer, okay, x from array to this row R, okay, row R, I get each x, okay, and then Rm, okay. So Rm here I should have an integer q, okay, equal 0, okay. So Rm, let me see, okay, Rm's this one, Rm's P should be this, okay, P should be this one. So Rm's P's Q++ will be equals X, okay. Then you will assign every single value from array to dr to it, okay. Okay, let's look at it one more time, okay. So basically you create a row matrix, okay, row matrix, new resize matrix, okay, resize matrix with so many row and so many column, okay. So you P starting from 0 and you increase the number of P, okay. Okay, so this one P increase should be, okay, should be whenever you got a non-zero row, you will increase the P, okay. So you create a new array for the row P, okay, for the row P, and then you go through every element in the row R of the original array, and then you put every data into the row P of the resize matrix, okay, and in the end you return your resize matrix Rm, okay. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? So let's look at the answer, okay. So part one, you actually check that row, and then if a row is a 0, you return it, okay. So this one is one way you can do it, that actually is okay. Second one, you need to create a resize matrix, okay, M, and then you check if the row is not that, okay, and then you for loop create it, okay. So this one is okay. This one is okay, but you use only R. You can also use in the Q using rolling index if you want to use it for each loop, okay? Any question? Any question? Hello, any question? Hear me?
No questions from
No
me.
question. So far, okay? Okay, please review, okay? So please submit your answer and then I'll grade it, okay? So right here to the end, let me actually also send you this my answer, okay? My slices, okay? So you can study. Let me also send you my chapter, okay? This is a problem set, okay? This is a problem set of slices, okay? That will be easier for you to study, okay? in the middle, I do have the call, and I try my best to make sure you understand how to answer it, okay? So I go through every single one, but here I can also give you my PowerPoint file, okay? So that was help you to study, okay? So right here, the last question, the last answer, okay? The last answer for Q4, I will also send it, okay? So Q4, I'm going to actually, okay, I saved it already. Okay, I'm sorry, I actually sent to the wrong person. I should send to everyone. Okay, Q4, I also submitted, okay? So if no question, we are up to here today, okay? And wish you good luck in the exam, okay? I'll grade your answer, okay? I'll grade your answer after class, okay? I'll actually grade you. So here, let me download this one for Henry, okay? That's it, okay? Okay, thank you and good night. Any question?
I have a question.
Yes.
It's about my question 3 FRQ
Yes.
for part B. I can't figure out where I incorrectly handled the index.
Your answer, okay? You share your screen, please.
Yeah, give me a sec. I think I share my screen now.
Mm-hmm. When you do removal, you cannot do forward removal this way. When you after class, you watch my video when I explain it.
Okay.
Your forward removal, this one is wrong. Okay, let me show you. In general, you use array list to delete something. This will create trouble. Okay. In general, that will be creating trouble. Let me just show you using different example. Okay, so let's assume that we have a number. Okay, 1, 2, okay, 3, okay, 4, okay, 4, and then 5, okay, and then 5, and then 6. Okay, let's assume that we want to delete the even number. Okay, so our I equals 0, we try to delete the even number, right? So this one, okay. So this one I delete 2. When I equals 1, I delete 2, right? So next one I jump to I equals 2. I equal 2, actually I jump to this one, I actually bypass this one. Because I equals 1, I remove it already. So index 1 is this one, it already been checked. We go to this one. This one we remove, right? When I equals 2, we remove this one. But this one will be bypassed. I equals 3, you would check this one.
So if I were to fix it, should I add it like an I minus minus under the if statement?
When you remove, you do I minus minus, that's actually okay. Or you do this way, you actually do follow integer I. Okay, there's a few ways you can handle it. Okay, so I then say extra size. Okay, I'm making this one up. Okay, so here you don't do I plus plus, but if there you do some sort of remove here, right? You do not increase your index. Otherwise, you increase here. at the else part as the no removal part. Is that okay?
Yeah, okay, I get it now.
This is one way you can do it. Otherwise, you have another way you can do it is, you have other way to do it is that don't use for loop. Don't use for loop, but you use an integer I equals 0, okay? So while actually I less than x dot size, okay? Same thing here, if actually something you do remove, okay? Else you do I plus plus, okay? So this one, because you do not have it's not follow default, you feel like you need to do something at the update location, okay? But this one you don't, so this one is actually safer, okay? There's a second way you can write it. There's a third way you can write it is that you don't do the removal from the beginning, you from the end. So I equals x dot size minus 1, okay? And then I actually greater equals 0, and then I decrease, okay? So this one will work. This one will work, okay? This one will work. Let's look at it, okay? We have 1, 2, 2, okay? 3, 4, 4, and 5, okay? So no problem, no problem. This one we remove this one. So originally, that's actually index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? So index equals 6, you don't remove. Index equals 5, you remove. Yes, this one index equals 4, you remove, okay? So backward traversal is okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Any more questions?
I don't have any more questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anybody has any more questions?
Yes, not well, not a new question, but so for question 3B, right? So could you say again why this keyword isn't okay? I just need to write it down because I make that mistake a lot.
3B, what keyword is not okay?
This.
So this actually is current object.
Oh,
So current object doesn't mean that it's current object. Current object doesn't mean that it's the member list. It's not a member list. Current object means what? Mean your club.
my what?
Your club, member club.
Member.
You say this. You say this. Let's look at problem 3, okay?
Okay.
You say this. So you say this means these are club members.
Oh.
Not this one. It's actually different thing.
Oh.
You
I
want
see.
to use this guy that size, this guy that gets something. You don't get it. You actually do CM, right?
I see.
This is when you do this in any of the function here. It actually this means current club members.
Oh.
It's not current array list member list.
Right, because member list, it's just
it's
it's just a variable.
Just available, yes.
I see.
Does that make sense?
So yeah, that makes sense. So okay.
Mhm.
Okay, that makes sense.
Any more question?
No more questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Wish you good luck. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.